guys, welcome to Bar Z. My name's Stan, and welcome to the grind number 44. It's been a long time coming. It's been at least a couple months since I updated you guys and just did a mixed batch of stuff. I've been pretty busy around here. In addition to my regular day job work, nothing special going on there, but we are doing some work on the house here. And well, let's start off with this. This is an old picture showing how the front of the house looked. All right, so that's vinyl siding with some pretty Brady Bunch looking brick laminates in the front, and it was just a pretty 70s looking house, totally Brady Bunch. So we peeled off the vinyl siding, and this is what we found underneath that. Okay, so we got like a wood siding with cedar slits, and we stripped those off and got it down to the bare plywood. Now we're down to bare CDX exterior grade plywood, and we want to change the look of it, and we're still discussing on how we want the front to look, and we finally decided to go stucco out front. So we did a lath on it. And then we plastered over it. And then we put a wainscoting from the windows down. So the house is looking pretty good. We put new windows in the front, which are the new style with the nail fins. So we're stuccoed all the way up tight to the, up to the windows. So the whole front of the house is all new construction windows. We did retrofits in the back where they just kind of slide in the existing openings and flash themselves off. Then, after you've dived in head first like that, then you want to keep going. It's just a snowball effect. So we decided to box the eaves and kind of dress those up a little bit. And of course, while we're, I don't have any pictures of this, but we got the eaves boxed, and we're running electrical within that cavity and dropping boxes in all the way around under the eaves, all concealed, and we're going to do our outdoor lighting all concealed with no conduits or anything hanging out. So we're in the middle of a pretty big remodel. We're up to the point right now where we're ready for paint. We've got most of the stucco's all finished, the wainscoting's finished, the boxed eaves are done. We're ready for a bunch of caulking, prep, paint, scraping the old fascia, and getting this place looking good. I haven't done anything on this place in over 20 years. So that's what I've been up to, is doing a lot of it myself, doing some with other contractors. I fired a few contractors. From what I understand, I'm a very difficult person to work for, mainly because I'm particular on what goes into my house. Okay, that's enough of that. No more hairy homeowner stuff. I've also been working in the shop in addition to my day job. I did a set of squares for Emma for her contest. This is for her tool making video competition thing. If you're not entered into that, go check it out. I'll actually put a link below to her tool making competition and video competition. But I did a set of squares that are polished. Let's take a peek at those. Okay, so I don't usually polish squares, but Summer Bash specials, yeah, we'll polish them for you. Here's another set these are dripping with oil right now, but these are, this is probably not a great representation because they are all gooey with oil. But those are polished there. They're preserved right now, so they don't rust up on me. Those are still in the, I still got a few more measuring surfaces to go on those. And that large set is going to be given away at the bash. The small set is for Emma's giveaway, and that's also at the bash. That winner is going to be announced. So if you've got a polished set of squares, they came from the summer bash. In addition to that, we've got other orders. These are in production right now. Those are just a regular grinder finish. Those will get gun blued. I've found that I have to treat the polished ones very differently. I have to cut bigger grooves in the fences because I get polishing compound in there and I can't get it out, and I don't want to polish my measuring surfaces, so I have to make a wider groove in the fence. So that's a little more work, you know, and I have to grind them with a finer wheel so I can follow up with a polish. So the polished ones, I have to know they're being polished right out of the gate so I can build them accordingly. Okay, so regular orders plus the bash plus Emma's. I've been pretty busy with squares. I did make a sign plate. I've got a dedicated sign plate with some tooling blocks on it just for grinding hypotenuse. Take a peek at that. Okay, so that sign plate, there's two blocks on it. One will do 45 and the other one will do 30. So just tip the plate where you want it and grind your hypotenuse. And the sign plate basically stays magged down after it's magged down and trammed in. It just stays there, and then I can just change squares individually, and they drop down into an index, and I'm able to, that's the final match. When you grind the hypotenuse, that's what matches them up. Oh, and next up I'm working on I caved in, I loaded Fusion 360 from AutoCAD. I'm an old AutoCAD 13 guy, 2D. And I used to draw on that all the time. So I haven't drawn in AutoCAD since 13. So it's been a while. And nothing was familiar with Fusion 360. And drawing in 3D is very different. You know, I sat down in front of it and it took me a little while to learn even how to draw a box, but you know, I got it. And the reason I'm doing it, here's a rendering of a part I'm working on. Okay, so that's the box for my squares, and there's an X carve in my future, so I need to be able to draw my boxes, create tool paths and things like that. So we're using Fusion 360 for that, and if I ever get good at it, I'll do some videos. All right, next up, we'll talk about the bash just a little bit here. We've got a new sponsor, Fireball Tool. Jason over there sent me an email, and he's sending some of his squares. He makes squares too. He's sending some of his squares out to the bash for us to give away, and he'll also be attending, which is nice. Let's take a look at his squares. Okay, we've all seen those on Adam Booth's channel. Those are some big welding fit up type squares. Pretty cool. If you haven't seen them before, go check out Fireball Tool. He is a bash supporter, and we want to support him back. And Jason, thank you for your donation to the raffle. Next up, I found a source for Radiac wheels. You know, there's some places I don't like to buy from. Some places are just gonna ding you for all they can get. McMaster car. You'll never get a break from McMaster car. But Radiac wheels, I found them at All Industrial of all places. You know, I was just kind of surfing around his website. Go check out allindustrial.com, and he carries the Radiac VOS, which is a very open structured wheel. Here's a picture of the wheel, and then I'll zoom in on the part number. Hands down, my favorite wheel. This thing is like a sponge. It's just an open, grained wheel. You slide some coolant in there and spray it hard with coolant. It just flings it out. It's got good shape holding capacity. It's got good loading capacity. You can grind for a long time before it loads up and starts giving you problems. But if you've got a lot of grinding to do, the VOS, the very open structure, is a great wheel. So I finally found a good source, and I ordered them. They were here the next day. Perfect. All industrial tool. Next up, American Rotary sent out some stuff for the bash, which was I thought was pretty cool. This is just swag. They sent gift bags and key fobs and stickers and shirts, and let's take a peek at what they sent over. All right, I didn't break into all the boxes. I wasn't going to unbox everything. I took one out just to have a peek at it. But there's quite a bit of swag in there, so I think there's enough there for everyone that attends the bash. You're going to at least get a key fob and one of those nice nylon bags. Those are those kind of backpack bags. So pretty cool. And thank you, American Rotary, for sending that stuff over. Next up, kind of a long time coming. I've gotten 2 shipments from a gentleman named Rick Gearhart, and I'm just going to cover the highlights. Here's one of the things. He got tired of seeing me with black tape on my fingers, so he sent me a box of Band-Aids, which gave me a chuckle. He didn't say anything about it. He just threw them in the box, and so I've got Band-Aids. I got a first aid kit here, but for some reason I head for the electrical tape. So he sent me a box of Band-Aids. But there's some other stuff that's pretty cool. First up, he sent some material, and this to you probably looks really thin and really flimsy, and it's like a rubber or a neoprene, but it's reinforced. And there's a tear down the middle, and literally, that was all I could do to get that apart. And that already had a starter seam. If I tried to rip it this way, I'm telling you, it's not happening. But it's chemical proof, and he sent me a nice big roll of it. So I've got that. For way covers, I'm going to build some way covers for the surface grinder. The apron out front needs a little flap. I've just been using just a plain neoprene. Might even be a natural rubber. It's horrible. Coolant gets on it, it swells up. It's just not good stuff. So Rick, this is awesome. Thank you for the way cover stuff. And the reinforcement on this is pretty incredible. It was all I could do to rip that one. That one's not going. Amazing stuff. I would love to know where you got your hands on it. In addition to that, he makes shop tools, and his crowning glory were these guys. I'll let you take a good look at those. And I've been using the hell out of them. These are can't twist replicas, knockoffs, whatever you want to call it. He's made his own rivets. He's peened them over. He's just done a wonderful job. Solid brass jaws on them. Now the can't twist brand are steel, but then they copper coat them, so they're not solid copper, not solid brass or anything like that. But the can't twist uses a plated jaw, but these are solid brass. Very nice. And Rick, wonderful job on these. He did like a gun blue finish on them. Very, very nicely made, and he sent me a pair of those. So thank you. In addition to that, the way covers. He sent me he made these little guys here. This is just a piece of brass with some stainless. I think he sent one of he sent one of these over to Joe Pyzinski, which is pretty cool. So that's a nice little thing there. So pretty cool. You know, he makes a lot of little knickknacks and stuff. And Rick, thank you for that. In addition to that, he sent me an American flag, and this thing is a commemorative type flag. Let's go check it out. Okay, so that's pretty cool. That thing flew on an actual sortie and signed by the pilots and things like that. So very nice, beautiful flag. I will display it proudly. I've already got one up here. I've got a Valley Forge up here, but I'm going to fly that one out front. And my outdoor lighting, I've already planned a spot to get light on that flag all night, and really appreciate it. He sent a bunch of other stuff. I'm not going to go into it. It would just suck up the whole video. But Rick, thank you for everything you did and everything you sent. And I'm sorry you can't make it to the bash. Maybe next year. All right, guys. That's about all the news that is news. I wanted to update you, talk a little bit about the bash. I try to do those videos kind of standalone. There are a limited number of spots left. Not many. But if you want to send me an email, it's summerbash@barzindustrial.com. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, what's left of it. This weekend's almost shot. But be safe out there next week. All right? Thanks for watching.